Oh,
Hey,
it's been a minute.
girl. Hey,
Yes,
boo.
it's been a minute. Hey, Helen. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Helen. How you doing, sissy poo? Hey, Ashley. What you doing, girl? What you doing? Now back to you. How you doing, Miss Real Mamas?
Girl, I've been minding the business that pays me, honey. I have not been on the YouTube tube, but I'm trying to make my way back.
Girl, I know a little tea about your little business over there. I'm so happy for you, girl. I'm so happy for you. I'm so
Wait a
happy
minute.
for you.
Wait a minute. What you mean? What you mean?
Girl, it's the glow for me. It's the glow for me, honey. That's what love will do for you. Make you all glistening and everything. It's
Oh,
the
not
glow for
glistening.
me, honey.
You sound like I'm a piece of rotisserie chicken going around and around in circles.
Well, listen,
No.
honey. Listen. At least you ain't dried up.
No, no, no. Law, before we even get into all this commentary,
This
please click the like
commentary.
button.
Yes, and share us out. Share us out. You know what I mean? Share us out.
Please do. We have decided to bring our butts back to the well. I'm bothered. Mimi has been on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I took a hiatus, but now I'm back.
Uh-uh.
So,
No, you didn't. Hold
mhm.
up. Hold up. Hold up.
I'm talking about you been doing great things on your channel, Miss Thang. Don't even pretend. I see you on the Unbothered Mimi channel posting your videos,
Listen.
that good content that actually is spelled correctly and
Oh,
recites actual poems and not a poem. But yeah, you've been
oh.
doing your thing over there. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, love. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Thank you so
Subscribers
much.
going up, watch going up. You doing some things.
Thank you. I appreciate it, girl. I appreciate it. But I wish I was in your shoes, Hunty. I'm so happy. Listen, y'all. She trying to be modest over here.
No,
You mind if
man.
I share the news? You mind if I share the news, sis?
Lord Jesus. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, if you out here listening, I hope you are listening in the clouds. Mr. Brian, honey, you got my sister over here glistening and she happy and everything. And I'm so happy for her. And you know how my sister over here doing big things. And we not talking about a relationship, honey. We not talking about love. We talking about my sister about to become a author up in this thing.
Look here.
Everybody, listen. Everybody in the chat, if you hear the replay game, the cloud watchers, whoever you are, baby, show some love to my sister by putting some hearts in the chat because she
Hmm.
deserves it. And not only that, she's a single mother and a highly educated college student working on that big old BSN hunting. So
Trying,
that's why,
trying.
listen, she ain't trying. She do. That's right, Helen. We talking about rings and things up in here. You feel me? Talking about rings and things. So I'm so happy for you, sissy. I really am. We talking about rings and things, baby. Rings and things.
Not rings and things, honey.
Rings and things, baby. Because when I see my sister talking a new language, I said, oh, she must be in love, honey. She must be in love, baby. Because this been a minute since I seen my sister. My sister.
I mean, I
Happy.
just, you know how, y'all know how it is when that thing get the thing, honey. And then on top of that, and on top of
Wait
and,
a minute. Mm-mm.
wait a minute.
Mm-mm.
And you know, life outside of YouTube is it is what it is. So I had to put down YouTube for a while and start concentrating on my education and other projects that's going to actually bring in that
Right, Helen.
that income.
She
Helen, why
need to
you
stop.
laughing
She
at me?
over
What
here
I do?
messing. She over here messing with my little virgin ears. Girl,
No,
don't be
well,
throwing stuff out
you
there
know
like
what?
that.
When I said that thing, get the thing, and that's your interpretation and your perception on what that means. That can mean anything. That can mean my
Listen, baby,
education is on fire. That means
baby,
I'm doing
listen,
good in my career. That can be a lot of different things. That's your mind
baby.
playing,
But see, the
playing little
problem with
tricks and
that
doing little
is,
things.
the problem is, I know you. I ain't just meet you last week, yesterday, or nothing like that. I know exactly what you mean. And baby,
I don't
listen.
know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, I'm happy for you because you deserve it. You deserve it. I am so happy for you because you know what? Ain't nothing like pure love, faithful love, genuine love. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing
Well,
like it.
well,
So I'm happy for
I'm
you.
still slow rolling. We
Ain't nothing
slow
wrong with
rolling.
it.
Well, I'm slow rolling, but because I gotta make sure that it's gonna be right. Not only it's not just me in play. You know what I'm saying? I got the kids, and my family. I'm even ashamed to say my family on a little crazy side, honey. He just gotta fall in
Listen,
line, and it's gotta flow well. So and plus me, I've had experiences that have made me take a step back and like, look, I really gotta vet the person that I give my time and attention to because I don't need no more mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So,
listen. As long as he don't get on that, I'm a bust you upside your head list. He
mm-mm.
cool. He
Nah,
cool.
he ain't that way. He's a good man.
Ooh,
And
y'all hear
that's
that? He a good man, auntie.
yeah.
She got her a goodie. Do we got some music for that? He a goodie, y'all. He is a goodie, honey. You hear that, Howard?
Nah,
She got her a goodie, honey. She
cause
said
this
he
is
a
what
good man, baby. I ain't
you
heard my sister talk about no good man in a minute, baby. I'm so
yeah,
happy
I
she
mean
got her a goodie, honey. Yes. Shout out to all the goodies, honey. I'm happy for y'all, wherever y'all may be.
girl, if you
This
don't
ain't
cut it
about me.
out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This ain't about me.
But I just, because we just playing. We said we were gonna start coming back live, and I miss our conversations we have. I miss the people we had in our chat because the people that we dealt with. You know what I'm saying? That used to come in our chat and listen to our commentary. They had common sense. There was no whole bunch of drama. We had fun. Because we didn't allow her, that kind of disrespectful and just crazy behavior you see on other platforms right now. I mean, you could actually come over here and be who you are and not worry about people just judging you for anything and everything. But I'm gonna tell you, some certain channels on YouTube kind of made me fall back a little bit on being a moderator and also on just helping people with creation of their content and everything else because whew, you just can't be nice to everybody and you can't share your ideas and opinions with people, especially those who are opportunists and narcissists. And YouTube is running rampant with a lot of narcissists, victim narcissists, narcissistic tendencies in general. And I don't got time for it, honey. I just don't. So I fell back on a lot. I fell back off of a lot of content creators who were reaching out and collaborations they wanted to do. And I said, I'm going to focus on basically building myself up outside of YouTube. And I said, when things calm down or I feel like, maybe it's an opening for me to come back, then I will. And I can't imagine even doing this journey without you because we've been rolling together for a long time. So,
Mm.
um, and a lot of people, still cannot understand our sisterhood and probably are looking back like, man, real mamas and unbothered Mimi, they still dealing with each other. They still, they still like Cadillac and four flats. What's going
Mm-mm.
on? We thought that would been ended a long time ago. You'd be surprised how many people used to hit me up in email and ask, you still you and Unbothered, y'all still cool? Y'all, yeah. What business is that of yours? We're friends outside of YouTube. Hey, TC.
Hey TC, how you doing, boo? How you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute, girl. How you doing, TC?
Yeah, I love me some TC, honey. So
Yes, TC is that girl.
yeah, and that's a
Yes.
and she's also another another and
OG.
I yep, OG has been around for a minute, and I've seen her all over, well, not all over the YouTube streets, but TC has just I remember some conversations we had back in the day where she supported knowledge on us, honey, and the
Listen,
wisdom and just the open mind and the open heart that she has. It's amazing. So Queen, I hope you're still out there doing that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on YouTube in a minute, and I haven't seen what's been going on, especially in that sector that I'm not going to name.
girl, I ain't been on YouTube in a minute either.
Mhm.
Let me stop lying.
But we've been in that, but you've been in your own lane, you know what I'm saying? So um
Yeah.
it's like, and me, like I said, I was trying to create opportunities and things outside of YouTube and just, concentrate on other important aspects of my life, because at one point YouTube was just getting to be too, it was too much, and then it was too much of the same thing. And I did get discouraged after a time because my content was getting stolen, so I had to take a lot of it down off my channel. um my content was getting stolen by bigger creators, so I said, well, let me fall back and just see, just see. So I've been in the skybox, and I've been watching certain content creators and everything else, and lending my support uh to different content creators across YouTube. But other than that, mm-mm.
Girl, I just been, life and I'm trying to build my channel up, the Unbothered Mimi channel. And
Yep.
it's been doing pretty good, real fast. And I just been I don't had a lot of great things happen in my life. I've had some things not so great happen. But
Yeah.
all in all, I have just been really enjoying life, I should say. Um, moved into a new home. We've been here for 4 months, and it's just been a blessing because the journey to get here wasn't all. It was a journey. I must just say that. And
Mhm.
a new baby. He is so cute. I love my little man. And it's like, sometimes, like she said, you have to step back and take a break because sometimes life, like she said, life be life, and
Mhm.
it just, whew, sometimes it take your breath away, and sometimes you just gotta sit back and just take life lessons and
Waiting
just
to
go with
exhale,
the flow.
child.
You just gotta go with the flow, and so it's like to come back on here to be reunited with my sister, reunited, and it feels so good.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
that's my jam too. Um, and it's just like to to be reunited with her and to come back on here and do some good old commentary. You feel what I'm saying? Commentary. It's
Child,
I just miss it.
it's
I
been a
miss
lot.
it.
It's been a lot going on. I'm just sitting back watching. I just want to say this now. I might have some people get mad at me, but I don't care. I am proud of my black women right now for sitting back and just letting things happen. As far as government is concerned, yeah. Um, Today I was watching protesters that were happening in Los Angeles,
Mhm.
concerning ICE, concerning deportations. Um, and a lot of the times I've seen on so many fronts, black women have been there fighting every last bit of the way, not just for us. Um, and it's almost like we get it now, and we falling back. And you can see the impact that it's having. that we are falling back. So I've just been watching even the backlash on YouTube, on TikTok, other creators coming out. It's just been a lot. Um, and I mean, me as just an average person, still out here. Yeah, I'm dating somebody, but I still, until I got a ring on my finger, I still consider myself a single mother.
Oh.
And that's just is what we not gonna. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh my god, nah. Until our ring is on my finger, I still have to do whatever I have to do for my family. You know what I'm saying, and
Facts.
just my household. So
Facts.
I had to. So I've been watching. For me, a lot of the things that's happening, a lot of changes, a lot of the like as far as government policies, as far as grants ending, that affects my place of employment. You see what I'm saying? That affects scholarships and stuff that I would be getting. It affects a lot. So I pay attention to those things because they have an impact onto my life. And that way I can plan accordingly.
Right.
So I don't know. What's your opinion on a lot of things you've been seeing that's going on as far as Trump and Elon Musk? That's a big shit show in itself. So
Well, I wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you can go
Go ahead.
ahead.
I just wanted to highlight about. I think you sent it to me, or I seen it on Facebook. Where you were talking about how they're going to be eliminating a program that's been around for years for
Right.
low income families. Um, that helps them pay their utility bills during the winter months
Right.
because it falls under the what is it called, the DEI category.
Well, that's
And
what they attach to the DI category. TC probably knows more than I do as far as that. Um, but I saw the information, and it's a program that I have in the past have used to help me out on, like, utility bill assistance, and also it helps with discounts off of like telephones, and just like services that low income Americans need that they couldn't have possibly afford because of the price it would be like retail wise or whatever. But it's just like a small discount as far as like the cell phone plans and stuff like that. Because
TC
I
said drop
used
the
to have
link,
one.
says,
Oh, okay. Hold on one second.
oh y'all,
Let me
y'all
see if
about
I
to
can
get
still
some knowledge
remember.
up in this thing. We about to get some knowledge up in here. Everybody welcome Miss TC.
I just dropped it, sis.
Thanks everybody for joining us too. Helen, Ashley, TC, of course, the replay gang, Cloud Watchers,
Yeah, because it's
whoever
been a
you may
while since we've
be.
been live.
Well, thanks for coming through. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
But yeah, it's just a program that just is it assists. Hold on, here go TC. TC.
Hey TC.
I don't know. Can you hear TC?
I don't hear her. Do you hear her? I don't hear
Mm-mm.
her.
I know it popped up something about let me see if you can do it again. I know it popped up saying something about Mike couldn't connect or some type of error.
On her end?
Uh-huh. Let me see. I just dropped it again, TC. Try it again. StreamYard's be Um, yeah, so that program, it just helped a lot of people out. As far as low income discounts off of services that they need and off their light bill and things of that nature. And they're talking about getting rid of it if they haven't already gotten rid of it. And then not too
Mm.
long ago, a friend of mine was upset because her child had to come home. He had went to Job Corps. They ended the program abruptly, and they sent the kids home. Um,
Oh,
and he's
really? I didn't know
yeah,
anything about that.
yeah, they ended the program, and her son He was going there for a trade, and I forgot what trade it was, but yeah, they
Oh,
said that funding had been cut and that they had to go home. And Job Corps
wow.
provided like housing, food. It was a lot of homeless teenagers and homeless youths. Like I think between the I don't know, I think it's 18 to 24, but I'm not sure the age range. Now y'all will have to fact check that, but yeah, she was really upset that they sent him home because she couldn't afford uh to pay for his certificate from the state that we're from. And when he tried to get to classes for that specific trade, it was already full, and due to cutbacks, then he wasn't able to get assistance and help. So Job Corps was his alternative, and so to get sent home and basically have to start off from square one, it was just a lot, and that was something that happened because of Trump cut funding to it. So that program is gone. And they were scrambling to try to find a lot of homeless teenagers and stuff a place to go. Yeah, it says the device could not. It said device could not connect, and I don't know how to fix that error. TC,
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
okay, I can hear you now.
Hey, TC, we can hear you now, boo.
Oh, okay, good, good. All right, good. Okay. Hey, I miss y'all. I really miss y'all. Oh my God, I miss y'all. Oh
Thank
my
you,
God,
TC. Thank you.
I miss y'all. Y'all are like gold. Y'all are so like some precious jewels. Y'all just came in here. We had great conversation. They don't. A lot of folks don't do that anymore. I don't know where this energy comes in, where people want to just fuss and fight and cuss and cause and wreak and cause havoc. But it's unfortunate. Because the blessings, the things that we could be learning from each other in these spaces are we're losing. We're losing.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it's
so
I
just
agree.
it's
I
it's
agree.
tiresome. It's draining after a while, and I just got sick of it because it just seems like, but it's a click in a view, and people still craving that type of content. So, um, and you have people who are opportunists, and you have people out there that they see it as an opportunity to make money.
Yep.
And I
well, the love of money. And so if that clicking of you is gonna get them to billionaire status or millionaire status and send them to that nation, God bless America and let freedom ring. Because if that's what they gotta do, God bless them. But that's not my guide. That's not the way. That's not how I'm. That's not how we do it. No, not at all.
you breaking up a little bit, TC. Sound like some kind of distortion, or it's just like it's breaking up a little bit.
I don't understand what is going on.
Hello.
I'm
Yes,
still here. Can y'all
Okay.
hear me?
I can hear
Yeah, I'm just trying to
you.
make sure it's not on my end.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't understand it. I don't know why y'all can't hear me.
I hear you, but it sounds like you underwater a little bit.
Like a little staticky.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little, not a whole lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But I was just telling her about my friend, because me and her were talking. Her son had got sent home from Job Corps because they had ended the program, and then I myself lost a scholarship that was grant based, because they had cut funding. So it just, I don't know, it's discouraging, but it's not going to stop me, and I know it's not going to stop her from trying to help her son attain the skill set he needs in order to provide for himself. But just to see how many people are being affected, especially of my people, um, it's disheartening. Um, and it's like you want to help, you want to make a difference, and I work at a place where I am making a difference every single day. But even where I work, I'm also seeing the effects of what's going on with the government. And I don't see how people can go day to day and kind of just ignore what's going on. And I think I mean, just to be frank, some people live in a bubble. And once that bubble got popped, now they want to jump to action. They want to protest. They want to do this and they want to do that.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, but when we tried to warn you, you didn't listen.
Well, yeah, we've been out here in these streets for a while, and we've been talking about some things. And one of the things that and I hope y'all can hear me. God knows, I really hope you hear this. The one thing that is so important, and I pressed upon getting to know your elected officials, because just like
Mm-hmm.
anywhere in the parts of the country, a lot of people who are in programs, grant based programs, that school and scholarships, a lot of things had to stop. Well, when you get to know your elected officials, right? Your
Right.
your elected officials will be able to help you through another process.
Right.
So
Um,
just like if you lose money in your bank, something happens, right? They're
mhm.
insured. Everything is insured. There's ways to do things. There's ways to get things, even in a grant.
Right.
There's insurance on that stuff. Who gets it at the end? If nobody talks about it, if nobody reports it, then you won't get it. So we've had several situations with some of the trades, of course. Some of the some people went to school and they had scholarships, and some of the scholarships that they received, they had to stop. Well, there's things that you can do if you write to a particular elected official. They will, or you go to the office, they'll let you know what you can do. Now, knowing how to do that is another thing. But this is where what you just said was so important, real mama. Us protesting and stuff for other people, those days are gone. We better
Mm-hmm.
learn how to handle black women. Better learn how to handle our business for ourselves.
And that's what
Okay,
we,
so
and that's what I see we're
learn
doing.
who are your elected officials, every single last one of them, city, state, and federal. Know who
Mm-hmm.
they are. Let them know who you are. Mine know who I am, and they know when something come up with HBCUs, they be like, "Oh God, I knew you were coming." Yes, so
Right.
they know.
Because
You
I,
understand
I
what
I
I'm
most
saying?
recently saw the attack they were trying to do on HBCUs as well, um,
Right. I
with
mean,
with
and so
with their
so
funding and everything.
but the thing is that my HBCUs have told me, and the Congressional Black Caucus told me, they're getting more money from other sources in other
Mm-hmm.
places, as the government has been taking back funds.
Yep.
So the Congressional Black Caucus, when I asked for the scholarships, I said, "Well, listen, are the scholarships even? Is it even worth for the student to apply?" And they were like, "We have more money now than we did when we had a certain government in office."
I think I feel like our ability to be resourceful, as both mainly we need it to be, because we are denied so much just based on the color of our skin, and concern to black women as sex as well. That we have learned how we know how to adapt, we know how to move, we know how to take four potatoes and maybe a whole chicken and make it into a meal for a family of six or seven. We are resourceful and we know how to survive under these conditions, even education wise. I mean, I lost
Absolutely.
one scholarship and I found information on the ways to get another one to fund my education. Still looking for more options.
Helen
So,
said, yes, they're making sure to have. Yes, they're making sure to have the necessary essentials. My daughters are both in college, and they both had to get grants elsewhere.
mhm. So one monkey don't stop no show. Trump.
And
Right,
see, that's the one
exactly.
thing, like you both mentioned. As a black woman, we always had to be resourceful. We've always had to step up and be like, hey, just because we've been pushed back, that don't mean we down. And I think a lot of people counted us out because they didn't feel like our votes mattered. They felt like we didn't have anything to say. But when they start feeling the adverse effects of our absence, it made our presence a lot more powerful. And
Mhm.
There we go.
sometimes,
That's
just
true.
like what I tell people, that's what I tell people. Sometimes you have to embrace the spirit of silence, and that speaks louder than what you argue back with somebody.
Amen.
So
Mhm.
Silence
I
is
they
my
agree.
they
new
feeling it.
language. Silence is my new language. And I learned it and I use it here in YouTube. But I totally agree with you. Silence is definitely it's very loud and it's very powerful. And
Yep.
especially women, feminine women. Let me explain. Stop this cussing, fussing, thinking it's cute, thinking it's okay. I'm letting my voice be heard and on all here and this, that, and the other, and the third. It is the negative. Feminine women, the most powerful energy in the universe is love. Love is feminine in nature, because it has nature and nurture, which both come under feminine energy. Sometimes a woman in particularly needs to be silent and she'll be heard even more.
Mhm.
Well, you know what, TC, with I know you talking about as far as like politics go, but I ain't gonna lie to you. That really hit home with me because sometimes I can't lie, and Helen will testify, and so will real mamas. Sometimes people will get under my skin so much to the point to where it's like I'm out of character. And a lot of times I have to sit back and be like, you know what, my silence is a lot more powerful than my presence and my words because
Right.
it's people out here that will really try you and push you to that point, and they don't understand that you have value too. So the one thing I know about me, and I know to be true, and it's not speaking in an arrogant manner, I know my absence hit to people differently. You know what I'm saying? Because when I give you all of me and you step on all of me and I leave, it's like I don't leave with the mindset that I'm gonna punish anybody because that's never my mindset. I don't want to punish anybody. But I will say this: arguing with people back and forth, I'm over it. I've lost
Right.
complete and total taste for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's no longer my
Absolutely.
desire to go back and forth with people. It just don't because it doesn't have any flavor in it. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Absolutely.
a lot of people feel like that's something that you have to do. And like you said, that feminine energy,
Mhm.
it's just like I can't lose that. You know, about arguing with somebody, cussing
Mm-mm.
somebody out, because it's exhausting for one. For two, that's not who I am naturally. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
And
Absolutely.
it's
not who I
hard.
am naturally.
It's hard when things like that happen, especially on social media, because it seems like people don't tend to remember the good things, but they will remember that time that you came out of pocket on this person, this time, the time you got arguing with that person, or this bad situation that happened to you, or when something in your life got exposed, and that type of stuff. They remember. Um, they can't remember all the other good things that you've done, and
Right.
and it's been times where I've been on this platform and I embrace the spirit of quiet. And then it's been times where I had to cut my the bag off for someone because they wouldn't stop, and I had just had enough. But like I said, it's like
Right.
you don't want that to be your legacy, and you definitely don't want people to that's what they remember about you. That's what they judge you on. One bad moment in your history of your whole entire life. And no woman wants to be defined. I wouldn't think any woman want to be defined by that moment either.
Exactly.
So that's why I made a conscious decision to step back from social media because I have that protective spirit. Um, and
Yeah.
some people don't deserve your protection. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yep, that's
Well, yeah,
true.
they
That's true.
certainly don't. They certainly don't. And you're not really on here to protect anybody either, especially if here's the thing: if somebody does something and they don't warrant, and you need to come out and say something on behalf of somebody, I got it. I can understand that. Say, oh no, that person didn't. No, that's not them. That's not their page. That's not that's a troll, or that's somebody else. That's them an imposter. I get that. But this constant bickering back and forth thing, that in these YouTube streets, um, you know, like that kind of stuff is just not necessary. The time that we need to be spending is to as we know that there are certain scholarships, monies, and programs and resources that could possibly be taken away from us. Guess what? We now know that we have to find other resources and we have to go and find other things. And that's going to take some time. We're going to have to make alliances in other places, making sure that you get a chance to tap in and make friends with the Asian community people. Make friends with your Hispanic people. Maybe they have information about some things that you don't know anything about. Stop with these fool people that don't have a pot piston or window to throw it out of. And guess what? Because 0 + 0 is 0. 0 minus
Yep.
0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 divided by 0 is 0. No matter how you look at it. Nothing for nothing, nothing. So therefore, like I'm over there. I've always been around those people who have resources and will continuously be. I'm not gonna, and those are the people I don't have to fight for them because we all know that we have something to lose. We are not losing it. Okay, we don't come too far to have the little bit that we have earned to lose it for some fool in seconds for
Yeah.
nothing.
You're right. You're right.
Okay,
And
so
see, for
yeah,
me,
so as
I'm sorry, go.
as y'all are out here right now, and we're taking time, take time, find some resources, get some people, get some new people on your belt, get some new people in your life, find out who can do
Yeah.
for you, okay, and who can do for you and do for your family, and what's out here, what, hey, I didn't hear about this, I didn't, there's so much stuff that I did not
Mhm.
know about. I'm just putting people on game. That's what I'm doing.
You
Some
know,
people would appreciate it and understand it and won't be out here doing this fool a lot of stuff. Other people, God bless America and let freedom reign. Y'all guys, God got you. I ain't worried about you. Bye. See you later. Gator. I don't have nothing to do with you. The lies, the deceit, the defame, all of this this middle school, elementary school crap is not within my DNA, and we can't do it anymore.
and that's why, TC, I had to, just like real mama said, sometimes you give so much of your energy and your time to the wrong thing, and you discover that you're not appreciated, and then people try to devalue you. And it's like for me, I had to learn the hard way. And by me learning that, I realized my worth and my value. And I start putting my energy and my time and my resources in other things. I learned to invest in me because nobody else was doing it. I was so busy investing in other things and other people, I neglected me. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? I was learning, like real mamas will tell you, like just a year ago, I seen, because you're OG TC, you seen me and real mamas on not only this platform but the other platform, and she will tell you I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't know how to get on StreamYard. I didn't know how to upload a video. I knew nothing. It was like I knew I had a creative mind to create things, and My sister here, she helped me out a lot as far as like putting it all together because I was not educated enough to be like, hey, I can do this. And I really got to the point where I was just frustrated and tired. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to push myself. And not only did I push myself, I bust the door down. And then it was like I was not appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I was not appreciated. And it got to the point to where I was like, you know what? Instead of being angry and bitter about the situation, let me start investing in me. Let me invest in me. And finally, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor because I chose to do that. Because for a long time, I didn't think I was able to. I didn't think I was capable of doing that. So, it does take, people have to really, like you said, educate themselves on things that they might feel that's impossible. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And as a woman with children, as a single mom with children, it's like I don't want my kids to ever feel like, why are you pushing me so hard? You done nothing. You weren't even willing to learn. And everything that child might have been doing for a long time is new to me. It's like giving birth to a new baby. You might have 6, 7 more kids, but to have that new baby, you just like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, I really had to sit back and be like, it's okay for me to invest in me and not feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Because for a long time, I felt bad about it.
I think that's the natural course of things. When you are, excuse me, a woman that's used to being the provider, a woman that's used to being in a position of, as far as being the head of your household, because you had no choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Through whatever life circumstance or experiences that you have or you've had, it's like you so used to putting I think in our cases, so used to putting other people before ourselves, um, that it just takes it to a level to where it does break your body down faster. It does bring your mental down faster, because you are exhausting yourself by giving just your energy, your mind, your emotions, everything to other people and to support other people and to lift other people up. And you don't realize how much of an effect a toll is having on you until you break down, until you start suffering health effects from it, um, until you in a position to where you look around, you need help, you need support, nobody's there. So I think that's why we feel guilty as women when we put ourselves first, because we've operated in that type of dysfunction for so long. And I stepped up recently, not too long ago, actually over this past year, and I've been putting myself first. And when
Mhm.
I did that, my health started improving.
There you
My
go.
weight started dropping down. My blood pressure got better. I mean, and it just
Right.
that just showed me how much. And then I started cutting certain people out that I knew were just energy vampires and just draining any and everything they could off of me, because they didn't know how to attain or do anything for themselves. And this is professionally and personally.
Mhm.
So with my mama said, and I used to look at her like she was crazy when she would tell me, but I understood as I got older. She was like, you have to put yourself first because you're taking care of everybody else. And if you're not good, they're not gonna be good. If I wasn't good,
Right.
you weren't gonna be good. Y'all won't be good. So I understand that full heartedly now. I didn't when I was young and just trying to basically be a people pleaser type situation where I didn't want to tell anybody no. I wanted to help everybody. But like I said, wisdom is born out of the mistakes that you make throughout your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's birthed from. And I gained wisdom real quick. And you gain it even faster when you're on YouTube dealing with certain people or certain content creators um,
Mm-hmm.
in front of the screen and behind.
Wow.
So it was a powerful lesson for me. Because when I came on YouTube, I just came on to speak about what I was going through as far as divorce, as far as um, being made to not feel enough as a woman, and the way I expressed those type of things was just through poetry and through storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's how I reached those that I know today. And it also did attract people to me that were not for me. They pretended they were, but they weren't for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And they can't be for you because they don't have the bandwidth in which to be for you. It's not their fault. They thought they could hang, but they really can't.
hmm,
And in the interim, they became more of a nuisance.
yeah,
Yeah, and so it's
yeah,
okay. They can't. They're not your. They may be your people, but they're not your kind.
hmm, and that's how,
And
Well,
the,
that's
hold
the perfect way to
on,
put it.
hold on. Say that again, TC, for the people in the back.
Hmm,
In the
hmm,
back, honey. Say that again.
they may be
Please
your
say that again.
people. They may be your people, but they're not your kind.
hmm,
There you
So,
go.
and I, yeah, so it's okay. I mean, I don't wish any ill to anybody, but I'm then going sure enough, here's the thing. I'm not, you can never pour 6 ounces of water in a 4-ounce cup. It'll runneth over
Mm,
all the time. Anytime you feel like you're pouring more into a person and then they're letting it run over, all that goodness, all that love, all that talent, all those blessings, all those prayers, all those resources and everything runneth over, just spill it out. Didn't they say something in the
yep.
Bible about throwing pearls to swine?
hmm,
That's Bible. So give them, if they got one bandwidth, one. That's it.
yep.
If they got two, two.
Yep.
And so, like
Okay.
when
Don't
I
give all
finally
your
learned
stuff away. Don't give it all away now.
when I finally learned that lesson to not do that, and actually, Unbothered Mimi was the one that said, "Listen." She stepped in. She said she basically pointed out. She said that at the time, the group of women that we thought we had camaraderie with and sisterhood with that were on YouTube, she stepped in. She said basically the same thing you said now. Don't give them all of you. And
Right.
when she told me that, that made me step back because she basically put it. She said they're using you. They want you to do this for them. They want you to do that for them. And as soon as you say, "Teach me this, teach me that," all of a sudden, nothing. But they run into you
Yep.
for help, for ideas, to do this for them and do that for them. And she stepped in and she was like basically the mirror, the eye opener. And once I realized that, she was like, and I just went off and I started doing things on my own channel and everything else. And started developing my own content. So she opened that door for that.
Right.
Um, so I'm very appreciative. And now it's just like I look on YouTube and it's like my circle is real, real small.
Girl,
almost non-existent. It's probably about two or three
girl.
key people, and that's it. That's it.
And you know what? And that's the one thing that's the one thing I have totally embraced is a small tribe because I know the people that are, I don't call people friends because I tell people real quick, I don't have friends. I don't do that. I don't do the friend thing. But I have a tribe of strong, solid, beautiful sisters who not only hold me accountable, they love me enough to tell me when I'm wrong, when I'm tripping, when I'm doing too much, I need to relax. And that's what I respect. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because it's like the group of women that are my sisterhood, it's like I could call them up anytime, day or night, like, hey, I'm feeling like this, I'm going through this. And this the first time I've ever said it publicly. So um I have been battling depression for a very long time. And it's like people who deal with depression, it's like you try so hard to keep things together, but it's so much chaos around you. And for me, I had to realize that I no longer wanted to be in a chaotic circle. And I had to
Hmm.
realize that finally I have to put me first. Because like real mama said, you do so much for everybody. There's a saying, and it's an old saying, but people will say they expect for you to cross the ocean for them, but they won't even cross a puddle for you.
Hmm.
And that's been my experience with people, and it's just like I had to realize, hey, you doing this, it's hurting you. It's really hurting you. And these people really don't care that you're being hurt because they're reaping the benefits of your hard work, your labor, your energy, your time, your skill, your effort, and you don't even get you don't get a thank you, you don't get a acknowledgement. And I'm not saying that I did anything for anybody to receive that, but it's like if you go to your job every day and you put in 1,000%,
Hmm.
and at the end of the week, you do at least expect a paycheck. You
Right.
don't
You're
expect
getting
them to
something.
give you a blank. You don't expect them to give you a blank piece of paper and tell go home and be well fed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think in my situation with my depression, I had to realize that I have to be responsible for who I have in my circle. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to be okay with my circle being small because when my circle was big, it was too many snakes for me.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
way too many snakes for me, and I was just like, "You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go." And when I look up and realize all the people that were still standing, these
Hmm.
were people that would call on me, check on me, not only check on me, but make sure my kids was good, make sure I was good. And it would be moments to where I would just be like, I can't. And I
Right.
had people was like, oh yes, you can. Not only you can, but you will. And I just appreciate those type of people in my life because not I know and understand not everybody has that. And I've been through a lot within this past, I want to say, year or two since we've been gone. But baby, let me tell you, the lessons that I learned, listen, I can say now it was worth it. It was worth it because it was so many things and so many people who tried to destroy me, but God said no. And I tell people to this day, God don't play about me. He
Okay.
don't.
Mhm.
He don't.
I mean, I
Amen.
I was like probably these past 2 years, I was acting like Oprah. How she said, "You get a car, you get a car." I was like, "I'm not dealing with you anymore, and I'm not dealing with you anymore, and I'm not dealing with you anymore." Um, because I just got tired. I know a parasite when I see one,
Mm-hmm.
and you're it. I told one person straight to their face, "I'm done with it. Like you reaping all the benefits of this relationship, and I'm experiencing all the side effects. You're taking from me. You're not giving anything back. So, uh, what purpose
Can
is for
you
you to be in my life?"
mhm. Can you
Um,
imagine those people who have the Oprahs, the Tyler Perrys, and et cetera, et cetera? Those people who have a certain amount of money and a certain amount of wealth, right?
mm,
Can you imagine? Like people always talk about they don't do this, they don't do that, they don't. But see, and here's the thing. Here it is. We are where we are with social media, just doing our thing, whatever. And this is the way people act. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if we had their generational wealth? You definitely would have to kind of separate yourself in order to
mm,
have some kind of sanctity and sanity about you.
mm-hmm,
So
Yep.
oftentimes, when I see, quote unquote stars, entertainers, or whomever, I know you know what, I give them like I want to be given grace
right,
because I don't know what they're going through. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I could only imagine. And all I say is are some things worth it? Probably not. Are some things worth it? Yes, maybe. But that's between them and their God, and they know what they're doing, and they know that they have to keep people to the side, they have to keep people away. They have to keep because folks will try to just take advantage of you, slander you, defame you, all kind of stuff. Just and suck your energy and your money and all of that kind of stuff. So I get it, and I think we got it, but we're gonna continue on, like you said, real mama. We're not gonna let that deter us. We're gonna keep doing what we do, but we're moving differently. We're gonna move with wisdom, and we're gonna move in the light, and the beacon will tell us what to do. Period.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, TC. And that's why I said that, you know, I had to discover my worth and my value because I was putting it in too many other things and other people, and my return was zero. My return was zero, and it left me depleted.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I had to get myself up out of that by the grace of God. Like, God, you see what's happening, you see what's taking place. You're privy to conversations and things that I am not. And it's like, if it's for me, bless it. If it's not for me, remove it. And
mm-hmm,
he removed it.
Amen.
And it didn't take a week. He removed it immediately because I didn't feel no type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't leave bitter. Um, I didn't leave feeling like I needed to get back or nothing like that. I just laughed. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
Because I had to learn to love me and put me first. Because TC, let me tell you, I was putting so much in the other things and the other people. They didn't give a damn if I was hungry, homeless, clothesless, shoeless, gasless, or nothing else. And it's just like you get to the point to where it's like for me, I just got tired because I had been beaten down mentally for so long. I just got tired. You know what I'm saying? I just mentally got tired because it's like if I can really do this for someone, what can I really do for myself?
That's
What
right.
can I really do for myself? And just like Real Mamas was saying, people really didn't expect for our sisterhood to be this long. People were just really because the typical black woman, we can't get along. We can't get along. And for me, I have to have relationships with people in my life that, like I said, when you love me genuinely. Don't love me because you think I could do something for you. Because at the end of the day, when I call on Sissy Helen or Sissy Real Mamas, I know they genuinely love and care about me. And not just me, but also the extension of me, which are my children. You know what I'm saying? And they both will tell you, I love my children dearly. I love my children equally. And for me, I just feel like I just have reached to the point to where I was just tired. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just tired mentally. And it just came out in other ways and it came out in me being angry. And I'm not an angry person. I don't feel like I'm an angry person. But that's how it came out for me. It came out in anger. And I had to sit back and say, no, I can't do it no more.
I think that word kind of explains how black people today, even black women especially, are. Uh, and that's tired. We tired. um, Tired of the shenanigans of government. Tired of the oppression. Tired of the home the hate that's within our own communities. We just tired. So,
Yeah.
like TC said, basically operate within our define and within our feminine energy. Um, Within and I just started moving for more from a place of love than just
Right.
sitting in the negativity and the the negativity and the sort of kind of hate that I had for the situation and the things that were going on in my life and letting that affect me to a detriment to where it was affecting like I said, my health, my emotions, the way I interacted with other people, the way I developed relationships with other people. So I just thank God that we are in a place ourselves as women, um, that we're able to recognize that we even have those issues, because some people they don't realize it yet, they don't see it yet, they still operating in that type of energy. Um, and I'm like the Matrix. I'm like Neo in the Matrix when I see somebody operating in that type of hostile energy. I'm ducking and diving, going sideways. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to be around it, and I'm not going to let it impact my life anymore to where it's stalling me and my ability to basically go above and beyond and be better as a woman, as a mother, and all in every part and every facet of my life. So um, yeah, I'm very thankful and appreciative right now. And then as soon as I let certain energies and just certain things go, and I came to that realization for myself, someone came into my life that I was not expecting.
There you
Um,
go. There you go. That's what
you know, I
happens.
was
Right?
not expecting it. Didn't see it coming
It
from a
wasn't, and
long
you're not
shot.
supposed to. And you're not supposed to, because we don't ever know.
Yeah.
It's
So
okay. And that's wonderful. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It
Congratulations,
thank the
boo.
Lord.
Thank
That's
you.
life, and that's just life. It's a beautiful thing. Like he said, do my work, do my work, and he'll give you everything you need. He'll provide for you. Don't worry about all that. That's why. But see,
And baby, let me tell you,
I'm
I
not
had
a
to do the work, honey.
I- I'm not a cusser. I don't do all that. My mother didn't do all of that. My grandmother didn't do. I didn't see that crap. I didn't. I never got an opportunity, and I'm grateful for the mother that God gave me. Don't get it twisted. Feminine energy is still powerful. That silence, sometimes that look that my mother gave me when I knew I was in trouble, I was more scared of that than the police. Amen.
I know I was.
Right.
All she had to do
You
was look at
understand what
me.
I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. When you can garner that spirit that God needs you to have, screw people what they think, screw them later for them. God got you, God got them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Handle your business.
Yeah.
Attention.
Okay.
We got to do more of this, sis. I mean, yeah,
We
maybe,
are,
maybe.
but we are. We gonna do what we can. We
Hmm.
gotta do what we can. What God put us here to do. I tell people, stay in your lane. I got this. When it comes to elected officials and all, you want to get what's that's me. Because a lot of people don't have that. They don't know how to step to. I do. That's why I say
Right.
that you know how to. There's certain things that real mama got. And got you. Let me. That's my sis right there. She got that unapologetic to me. Oh, my sis got that. Yeah, cause she got that. See, the elders knew. God knows who He needs to use for certain things. But we be over here fighting and fussing here and fighting and fussing there when we need to be watering plants and shit and stuff. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? God has some of us over here. We supposed to be watering plants. I mean, and I know you understand what I'm saying. People over
Yeah.
here, but girl, let me mind my business because I better not get in that. That I'm gonna let TC take care of that. What yeah, whatnot. Right? Because I got the power to pen, and trust me, my silence is very very loud. You will
Hmm.
prefer to hear me than to not.
I just,
So
to, for me to reach the point where I am at today, TC, you have no idea how grateful I am to be in the position I am today because it's so freeing to realize it's okay to love yourself. It's okay to say no. It's okay to fall back. It's okay because the one thing, like I said, God has taught me is that His love for me comes in the most purest form, regardless of what I've been through, who's hurt me, who I've hurt. I know God loves me with an unfailing love that nobody can take away from me. And when I wake up in the morning and I realize that He breathed life into me, He did it out of love for me. Because somebody didn't wake up this morning. And it wasn't because God didn't love them, it's that He gave a greater extension of His love for them. When we're here, we're in mourning, we may be sad and things of that nature. But the way God loves me, I have never felt that type of love from a soul who ever walked this earth. I've had people love me, don't get me wrong, but nobody's ever loved me with an unfailing love like He has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, to have that, It takes your
Child,
breath away.
I know I got it. I know I do. And yes, it's at times that my behind probably don't deserve it. I'm gonna tell you. But he don't pull me out of situations, don't block me from people, from places and things that would do harm to me. So I already know what time it is. I already know uh, that he has been there for me, even in times when I don't feel him, even in times when I don't think that he may be there. It's later on that I realized that he never left. He was there all along. So, any final words, sis, before we go ahead and jump right off here?
Yes, I just want to say thank you for everybody who came through. Our special guest, our surprise guest, Miss TC, who always holding it down with a crown.
Mhm.
My beautiful sissy, Helen, who always supports your girl. My life love, my sidekick, my boo, my sister, real mamas, my ace boo coon, Ashley, replay game, cloud watchers. I appreciate you all because I know it's been a long time. We've been on here, what, 2 years?
Yeah, we
It's been
haven't,
2 years.
man. What was our last live? It's been a
Girl,
minute.
I don't.
Because
It's
like I
been a
told
minute.
you, probably shocked that I got on here tonight. You probably like, what? She coming back? Because that when I
Girl.
said I was turned all the way off by YouTube and YouTube's niggatry and shenanigans, yes, I said niggatry.
Mm-mm.
And shenanigans, I was turned all the way off. Um, and I stepped all the way back, and it was one of the best decisions I made. But I did miss having these conversations because more and more I look on YouTube, I'm not seeing too many people having it anymore, or just genuinely getting together and having a good time and talking about trending topics and popular conversations, and it not being any mess or drama popping off in the chat or wherever. So
Yeah.
it's just nice. So to the replay game, to everybody who shared this live out, to anyone who has dropped down and show support and love in the chat, I appreciate all of you. Please make sure you click the like button, share this out if you're a content creator, and subscribe because we need more of this, y'all. Like I said, this was like an impromptu live. We just jumped on with not really, you know, um, going over what we want to do or anything like that. We're just sharing real life. That's it. So
Do you want the people to know about what we got coming up next with our panel that we got coming up next?
if you want to go ahead, well, we're trying to get we need two gentlemen. So TC, I'll probably reach out to Mr. Anthony McNeil to see if he wants to come up. But is this was going to be the do a panel on cheating? Was that the one?
Yeah, we're doing a panel on cheating.
Yes. Um, so that's going to be interesting. But we are looking for not a whole, not a we want to have diverse views so it can be said that we are basically being fair to everyone.
Yeah, that we
Everyone.
being fair.
So
We
we
don't want anybody to be like, oh, them some man haters. They doing too much. We the
they
men that
they
no,
some
we want
ball
men to
they some ball busters. That type of
whole ball busters.
so
Girl, not the whole ball busters.
child, they'll get on here quick. That real mamas, man. Yeah, they'll get on here quick and just be like, um, basically we didn't give a um open type of discussion and we that's what we want to give anyway. We want all perspectives because we're not sitting here saying that our perspective is the only one you should have. Um, we're we're lending a voice to those who might not, as long as you're respectful. Because when you get on here, let me tell you, and you're disrespectful, I will drop you like a bad habit and break you down like a fraction. So
Mm, That entire part.
That's not gonna stop whether you man or woman. If you're disrespectful, if you're demeaning and degrading, if you can't get your point across without being that way, you don't need to be on this platform. And I won't
Yeah,
miss you. So
we will not tolerate anybody being called out of their names. We will not tolerate any form of disrespect, whether it be you on a panel or in the chat.
yeah.
It's an open, mature discussion about cheating. And I
Yeah.
think everybody has experienced either being a cheater themselves or being cheated on. So, with that being said, everyone, I want to thank you guys once again for joining Red News and More with my beautiful sister, Real Mamas. And until next time, guys, we out.
See y'all. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.